Okay. Sitting comfortably, tall and relaxed, aligned and relaxed. Just take a moment to check in and make sure that your seated pose is comfortable enough for the moment. And let's place hands on the legs and just ground into your hips. So just a little bit of movement, a little downward and forward energy. Try to just check in with the hip joints. So move around a little bit, circle around or go side to side. Feeling how everything's connected. And just hold stillness now and take a breath into that grounding energy. And then sitting up tall. Bring your fingertips towards your shoulders. I'm going to circle the elbows. So just think of drawing circles with your elbows. Draw to the front and then we'll draw to the back. So forward, down, and around. And then you don't have to keep your hands on your shoulders. You can go the other way, just moving through the elbows and shoulders. Once more to the back. Good. And down, rest your arms, be still, rest your eyes. Bring your right ear towards your shoulder. Soft breathing through the nose. Ease your chin towards your chest. Take a deep breath. Over towards the left shoulder. Go slowly, check in with your body. Good, relax and breathe. And then to center, gently lift your chin and relax your head. Go the other way, left ear towards the shoulder. Deep breath, rest your eyes. Ease chin towards chest, deep breath. Over towards the right, relax and breathe. And then upright, maybe gently back, long neck, lift chin, gaze to nose. And then as you bring your head back to neutral, try to balance your eyebrows and the tops of your ears. Just try to be aware of those two areas. So your neck is gently long. And let's just come to our heart center with hands for a moment. Let your eyes rest. Taking a compassionate attitude towards yourself and your practice. Feel your body breathing. A little space for intention or dedication. Feel the breath release. Inhale, upright spine. In this process of stillness, relax your arms. Gently draw your navel towards your spine. And taking the deer mudra with your dominant hand, whichever hand you'd like to use. Fold the fingers down. Thumb on pinky and ring finger come together, and thumb is the other side. So let your hand face your face. Breathe in, starting with the right side. So lightly close the left, inhale. The other hand relaxing. Exhale, left side. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Try to give all your attention to the present moment. Inhale, right side last time. Exhale, left side. Going the other way, inhale from the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale right. Left exhale. And last one. Left in, right out. Tuck your chin, lengthen your arms, and breathe several times through both sides. That alternate side breathing called nadi shodhana, cleansing the nerve channels, the energy channels. Bringing a nice calm quality to the brain. When breath is complete, release these actions. And lean back, balance on your sacrum, squeeze in your legs. Use your arms today to really hug it in. Bring your feet into balance. And then stretch out your arms and your legs just for a moment. Point your toes, spread your fingers. Curl in your hands, pull back your toes. And then cross the other way. Use your arms, squeeze in. Balance. Just finding that action. Remember this with your body in order to jump back. So place your feet down, hands come in front, nice spreading hands. Lean forward and release your legs back. Come to your downward facing dog. Spread your hands, that's the most important thing to begin with. And then arrange the rest of your body. Make some adjustments, maybe go side to side a little bit. And then release your head down in the center. Ground the heels of the hands, lengthen your arms, hips up towards the sky, low belly flies upward and head hangs down. Bend your right knee a little bit, press back through your left heel. Other side, bend knee, release the heel towards the ground. Once more each way, bend one knee, straighten the other. And last one. One more exhale, downward dog. Step forward, keep your hands on the ground. Bend your knees enough so you can and take a forward fold moment, grounding hands and feet. Real connection with earth energy. And then press into your feet. Yoga teaches us how to stand well. Use your feet and legs, lengthen your spine, rise up. And so just take a moment to arrange yourself in mountain pose, Tadasana, releasing gripping in the feet. Just try to find an easy, aligned standing posture with a steady gaze at the nose. Soft gaze. And then let your feet come out a little bit wider so you just have a real easy stance with the legs. And take your right arm across your body. Hook your left arm underneath me. Hook that arm and then twist over towards the left. So do each of the poses just the right amount for you, where things feel positive. So we're grounded in the legs and feet so the spine can twist with support. And give it one more breath. Just gently try to find your range of motion with this shape. And come back to center, rest your arms and hands. And your mind. Other side, bring the left arm across your body. Hook your right arm up so you just catch that left arm so we get a shoulder stretch with a little bit of a twist. Just let your gaze turn to the side, gently back. So we concentrate on holding these actions in the body and breathing into it. So our mind is occupied by the practice. And just be gentle with yourself because that's a process. Sometimes the mind wanders. Bring yourself through an exhale. And then release back to center. Step your feet underneath your hips again. Just learning to do that with practice and experience. Ground those feet. Leave the fingers, except your index fingers, and cross your thumbs. Take up your arms. Draw your low belly towards your spine. And side bend over towards the right. Gently squeeze your hands together, not too much. Never harming. Ahimsa. And take one more breath. It's nice to have that cue that lets you know that you're going to be finishing, so you find that sweet place. Inhale energy up and release down your arms and hands. Weave your fingers the other way, cross your thumbs the other way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shoulders down, low ribs down. And then side bend right over to the side. This one's a little bit effortful, so just a little squeeze in the hands, ground into the feet. One more time, deep breath. Find that finishing side bend. Inhale, strong, and back to center, release. Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Reach your arms up in your own way. Express yourself if you like. Deep breath in, and then turn your hands towards the earth, pull forward, and just hug around your legs. Draw yourself in slowly and carefully. Hands to shins, lengthen your spine, breathe in, half lifting pose. Exhale, spread hands, legs back, plank pose. And then press back to downward dog and out to plank a few times. So either your downward dog will be long or your plank will be short, and that's all fine. Just find a little back and forth, establish one, establish the other. Just feel the strength of your whole body. Enjoy a little flow. And one more time out into plank. And back to downward dog, 5 breaths, stillness. A little uplift in the low belly, also uplift in the pelvic floor. Broad shoulders. Last time, deep breath. So as you exhale, let your weight go back into your legs, heels reach down. And then come down to your knees carefully. Slide in your cushion if you need it. Release your feet. Cat and cow. So the cow spine is really a heart forward. Don't overdo your neck or your low back. It's your middle back. Gaze towards your nose. And then drop your tailbone first, and then let your whole spine round. And this one you can do deeply through the whole spine. Head down. Breathe. Once more, deep breath in your cat spine. And neutral. Take your right hip towards your right shoulder. Doing it, shortening one side, lengthening other. Tuck under your toes and sink back towards quarter dog. Just hips towards the heels. Walk your arms over towards the right to a comfortable degree. So you'll feel this along the sides of your body. Let your head relax down. 5 steady breaths. 3. So if you have that kind of counting mind, you can count your breaths. One more time. Nice slow release from your side bend. Come up to center, release your feet as well. Spin your fingers out to the sides. Spin them towards the back. Just listen to your body, gradually stepping them. Stop at any point and just hold for a breath or two. Soft gaze towards the nose. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, inner subtle core. And carefully release your hands to the other side. So left hip, left shoulder come towards each other. Tuck toes, sink back. Walk your arms out towards the left. So that right arm reaching a little bit more than the left arm. Head relaxed. Four, one more time. And come up and release back to center. Opposite reaching, take your right arm forward and your left leg back. There's a little softness in your arm that's balancing on the floor and that elbow, a little soft. Welcome the strength that this brings along your spine. One more breath. And then exhale, bend your back knee, bring it towards your head. Maybe reach back and take your foot, so a little bind, or just bend your back knee. Concentration leads to meditation. And release, release, sink back. Balasana, relax. Elbows down, head down. Deep breath across the back of the ribs. Feel an exhale, leave. Inhale up to your table for the other side. So tone in your low belly, that's where this work starts. Left arm out, right leg back. Reach them away from each other. Soften your elbow of your right arm. Concentrated gazing spot. And one more time, deep breath. And then bend your back knee. So you could just do that, place your hand down, or open hand, sweeping back to try to catch that foot. Third breath. Once more. Let your exhale release to your table. Inhale, a little bit of a back bend, cow spine. Exhale, tuck under the toes, find your down dog, 5 breaths. So when we're in person, one of the ways to help someone in downward dog is to just press their sacrum. So pressing, helping lengthen your spine and bring weight towards your legs. Just imagine that press against your own sacrum. Base of the spine. One more exhale. Inhale forward, half lift. So you stretch that in-breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to stand, reach your arms. And exhale, release, Tadasana, mountain. Abiding resolutely. And inhale, take your arms up the center, gaze up, reach up. Let your eyes follow your thumb tips as you come into forward fold. Belly up, head down. Half lift, inhale. Little forward energy into the feet here. Exhale, take your legs back. Come down to your knees and come into cat spine round with the fingertips on the floor. Lift your hands except the fingertips. Feel the connection of your body, everything connected. One more breath. And then spread your hands, release. Find that roundness in your spine and come up onto your toes. So a flex spine plank pose. Round spine, head down. And knees down, elbows down. Find a little bit of a cow spine here. Little bit heart forward. And then walk back your legs. Lift up your knees if you can, forearm position. Make sure your arms feel like you have a position of power to attempt the opening out version over to the right. Find if the knees are down. Embrace impermanence. One more breath. Other side. You got this. Feel the whole body strength. Actively press the earth. Getting warm. One more breath. Energy. Unwind and bring your belly down. Release your feet and your arms. And then come to Sphinx pose. We're going to we'll place the elbows back on the floor. And it's important here to engage your bandhas. So tone in your low belly. Try to tone the pelvic floor up the center of your torso a little bit. And that supports your spine as you come into this back bend shape. Your elbows further away if it's too deep. Lift out your shoulders. So the pelvis pressing forward, rib cage lifts. Fourth breath. One more time. And then bring your elbows away and bring your head down comfortably. Lift your feet and your knees off the floor towards the sky. Just press them up there. Strengthen around your sacrum. It doesn't have to be high. It's whatever you can manage. One more deep breath. Press your feet towards the sky as high as you can. And relax. Gather hands in by your side to press back to downward dog. Establish it first. And then take your right leg straight up into the air. And then turn it to the side, bending the knee. Let your head hang down. Try to keep evenness in your down dog. And enjoy one more round of breath. Second side. Nice to just pause with both feet on the floor. And then lift straight up. Turn hip to side, bend knee. Relax head. Stay determined with your hands pressing. One more time, breath. After you exhale, bring your foot down. Take one breath in downward dog. Inhale, step forward, half lifting. And exhale, forward fold. Draw your belly up. Standing split. So we're just going to try to bend your knees enough so you can touch the floor or blocks, and take your right leg straight up behind you. Point the toes, bow forward. Just be where you are. Give it breath energy one more time. And let the exhale release that side. Other side. Point the toes to help facilitate that reach. And one more breath, reach. Exhale, release. Hug the backs of your legs and fold forward for 5, just to calm down that energy. Big waves of breath. Notice the calming quality. One more exhale. So the knees bend a little bit. Press the feet to stand up. Finishing our sequence with an upward reach. Just until your inhale is full. And then let your exhale be the release back to center. Lift the elbows, palms press, Pranamasana. Feeling that vital energy of the body circulating. And turn out. Let's turn out to the left today instead of the right for triangle pose, just to keep things interesting. So bring your left foot towards the back of your mat, angle in your other foot. So you're facing out to the side, reach your arms, breathe in. Breathe out, over and down. Grounding your lower arm first, your hand on your shin. And optional to bring this arm behind your back. So we're gonna face your palm back, bend your elbow. So your hand comes to your back body, finding that heart lift. You feel a little squeeze in your low belly as you exhale. Once more. Over to the other side, just release those actions and change your legs. Breathe in, float out your arms. Breathe out, come over and down. Thumb down, palm facing back. Bend your elbow behind your body so the back of your hand is on your back body, and then open up towards the sky. So that low belly awareness is really important here. That's really where this pose, the chakra that it activates, the belly center, the pranic center. One more time, deep breath. And inhale, rise up. Come to warrior B, so we can stay on this side. Float out your arms, bend your knee, have awareness, give yourself space between your feet. Shoulders rest down on top of the ribs. Turn towards your front hand. So just trying to let go of the mind seeing hand and just let the eyes be steady in that direction. Everything becomes non-separate. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior, up and back, your own favorite way. Enjoy one more breath in that reverse. And then out into the reaching side angle pose. Scooping your hand, pinky side down so you can gaze towards your palm. Soften both hands, just gently gathering the fingers. And one more breath, energy. See if you can find a little bit more space, grow a little bit. Just the idea, a little bit more. Inhale, energy, release up and over to the other side. Second side, warrior B. Sequence, knee over ankle, set that. Float your arms, turn your head. So we want to avoid lifting just the front ribs and lift the back ribs equally. So we stay nice and balanced in the spine. Fourth breath, feel yourself settle into the shape. One more time. Exhale, reverse your own favorite one for today. This nose gaze is the default gaze, just a soft eyes in that direction, mind steady. And lean and reach, Parsvakonasana. Scoop the pinky side down, gaze towards the hand. Soften both hands. Draw upon your bandhas here for support. And one more breath energy with that idea of growing. Inhale, exhale, make a little bit more space, or just the idea of a little more space. A little more reach. Inhale, release up and out into wide parallel feet. Take a moment to set your wide feet. Lengthen your spine, feel the symmetry. Breathe in, reach out your arms. Exhale, bring your arms behind and weave your fingers together. Inhale, hands down, lift your heart, gaze towards your nose. So downward nose, upward heart. Exhale, forward fold. Nice to rest the arms at the body as you come forward. Knees bend if you need. Head comes down. And then explore arms away. Let the palms come apart. Just keep the fingers hooked together. Soften your shoulders. And here the bandhas help you not overly stretch your hamstring attachments. Exhale once more. See if you found your range of motion. And let inhale, press feet, rise up, lift heart, lower gaze, and release and relax. Turn out your toes, reach out your arms, star pose, grounded, open. Once more, little bit of energy through all the limbs. And exhale, release. Step closer together and back to the top of your mat, back to your Tadasana, mountain. Little bit more standing, Parsvakonasana. Taking the right leg straight back, hips forward. So we bring the arms back, palms face back. And then bring your knuckles together or your palms or fingers. And then work them up your back a little bit. Keep this position as you fold forward. Do lead with your heart. Keep your elbows lifting towards each other. Big toe or shin gaze. Whichever keeps your neck long. Fourth breath. One more time. Make space for your inhale and then deepen into your exhale. Inhale, rise up, gently back bend over your hands. And release your arms. Warrior A, bend your front knee. We've got a little bit of a short stance, but that's okay. Knee over ankle, arms up, gaze up. Elbows can bend. And keep your shoulders down. One more time, move the breath. And use the exhale to release your arms down to your heart and step out. Other side. So with Parsva, make sure you have enough space this way between your feet so you feel really solid here. And then forward folding is okay. Arms out, palms back. Exhale, come together. Knuckle press, finger press. Lengthen, inhale. Forward fold slowly, exhale. Just find your way into this side. We're non-judgmental of the body, just noticing and curious, finding that sweet place where the work is positive. And the steady attention helps the pose find steadiness. One more time. Give it space. Inhale, come up slightly. Exhale, finish. And then breathe in, come up and gently back. Neutral spine, release your arms. Bend your front knee. So it's a shortened warrior A stance. Just be with that today. And let's take the elbows wide this time. Just stretching across the chest. Awakening the heart. One more time. Exhale. And then step forward to the top of your mat. Making your way down to the earth now. Rise up with the arms, in with the breath. Out with the breath, forward fold. Halfway lift. Each pose a process. Right leg back. High lunge. Moment to work your way in. And then add twist. It's fine if your back knee's down. Excuse me. One more time. And unwind, exhale. Bring your back knee down. Come to Hanuman's pose. The monkey guide. Draw back your toes, fold in. I'm just gonna allow some extra time here today. If you would like to slide that foot forward and your other leg back, use your arm strength here to support yourself. We'll do about 4 breaths in your deeper version if you want to. Warm enough bodies. And then draw your heel back towards you so you can fold in and relax. The toes draw back so the foot is active. And one more wave of breath. Finish, exhale. And then bend your knee, release your foot to the floor and take it back. Other side, high lunge. Pop up onto the back toes. Add the twist. We use the whole body strong in a lot of these poses. And exhale, unwind, back knee down. Hanuman's pose carefully, so maybe a moment to engage low belly, pelvic floor. So you want that deep internal support as you slide, experiment with sliding that heel forward, exfoliating your heel as you slide forward on your mat. The other leg can work back as well. Just really honor and stay steady for 4 breaths. And bring your back knee down if it lifted. Pull your heel back towards you and fold in. Repeatedly energizing and calming the nervous system, increasing our ability to go from one to the other. One more time. Breathe out. Bend your knee. Take your leg back. Upward dog for 5 breaths. So we want hands a little wider than the shoulders, spiraling outward. Press the arms strong and straight. You can have your knees on the floor or lift up to the tops of your feet. A downward gaze, lift out of your shoulders. Roll your inner thighs up. One more breath, energy. And then knees down, table. Come back to wide knees, child pose. So widen out your knees a bit and sink back. The tops of the feet on the floor. Support your head with your hands, your arms. Letting the third eye rest on the hands. Let yourself feel deeply calmed. And exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up and bring your knees together. Sitting back on your heels, sit up tall. Place your fingertips on the floor or your palms and lift your heart, gaze down, heart lifting pose. So if you want to go back and bend your elbows, you can do that. So the counter gaze downward helps us keep the neck long. One more breath, press your hands, lift your heart. And up, lead with your heart to come up and relax. And so jumping through or just coming to seated, that same work of leaning forward, crossing your ankles, press your hands in, bring your legs through. Draw them out straight, pull your toes back. Point your toes away. And let's come out to wide legs out to the side. So as wide as they will go. Just not judging that, just check in, see what happens. Flex your feet a little bit to activate your leg muscles. Let your arms be supported. Let's lean back into the arms a little, but stay lifted in your chest. Nose gaze. Like Hanuman's pose, but out to the sides. Enjoy the symmetry. One more time. One hand at a time, coming forward. And then release your legs towards each other, bend the knees and bring the feet together. Encircle your feet with your hands. Sit up tall and tuck your chin. Draw the shoulders back and down. The heels gently press. And in the C variation, we round the spine. So let your low back round back. Bring your forehead towards your feet. Let your elbows rest on your legs. Just curling in. The eyes might want to just take rest breaks, be very light, maybe just half masked or softly closed at times. Fourth breath. One more exhale. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, release. Let us come to our back bodies. So bring any props you need for Shavasana or pillow for later. Lie down, legs straight. Sorry about the phone. Lie down. And if you'd like to put a cushion underneath your head at this point, that is fine. Take your right leg up into the air, flex your foot. So you activate the leg, and then figure four pose, come across, rest your ankle above the other knee, bring the knee out to the side, keep that foot active. So choices here are to bring your bottom foot away to make it less intense, or to bring your legs in to make it deeper in the other direction. So this is totally you want to customize for your body. Just the right amount of stretch in your hip and no strain in your knee. Enjoy being on your back on the earth. Soft eyes. Light resting half smile. Just try to bring the peacefulness to your face. If you're bringing your legs in towards you, straighten out your lower leg a little bit. Just bring that little finishing touch for the last breath. Just the right amount. And then release slowly. And take both legs over to the right. Just windshield wipers over to the right side, over to the left side. And back to center. Make sure that axial body is aligned with the spine all the way through the neck and head. Left leg up, flex your foot, brighten it. And that keeps the muscles engaged as you come into the shape. Let that knee rest open. See how this side feels. Lovingly meet this side where it is. Does the foot need to go further away to make space? Do the feet want to come in? Maybe lift the foot off the floor. You can use your arms. Peaceful face. Light resting half smile. So not forcing that, just let it be very light. Option to straighten out the lower leg for the last breath. Just to bring it up a notch. And release your legs with mindfulness. Arms out by the sides, both knees over towards the left. And both knees over towards the right. Back to center. Legs up or shoulder stand. So if you're doing shoulder stand, take out your cushion. Your head should be on the floor. Or legs up in the air, you can have your head cushion. So first pick up your feet. Lift your legs up towards the sky. Use your arms for support, palms down. You can rest here. You can slide your hands underneath your hips a little bit for that little bit of lift. Or do more of a lift if you would like. Have your freedom, about 8 breaths for plow pose or shoulder stand. Keep it positive for your body. Five, 7, and with the 8th breath, releasing from your pose, 2 knees into the body, widen them out. Flex your feet. Resting crow pose, bring your arms on the inside. So it's like your hands and feet are on the floor, open. Lift up your head. Let your elbows and knees, or knees squeeze into your arms. There it is. Knees squeeze into the upper arms. One more breath. Supta Baddhasana. And relax into Ananda Balasana. So that's the happy baby pose. Hook your knees or your feet. Keep your neck long. Do nice things for your body here. So Ananda is a strong word for bliss. So let it be blissful, let it be good. Sweet place. Twice more, enjoy slow, deep breathing. So a count of breath here can be a lot slower than a breath in a more vigorous pose. Let the breath match the effort. And then release your happy baby to a 2 knees twist. So bring the knees same height over to the side. You really roll to the right. Your pelvis rolls to the right. And then turn out the other way. The knees can stay separate or rest together. Turn your head. Breathe along the spine, releasing tension with your attentiveness. Relax your eyes. And feel a breath finish and take one more. All the way through the exhale, staying steady. Sometimes there's a nice sense of releasing as you do that last breath. Turn your head back to center and bring your knees over to the other side. So we really come to the left and then try to bring ourselves out and open to the right. Getting your positions first and then relax and breathe deeply. Relax your eyes. There's still a light stilling in the low belly. And one more time, stretch the breath. Stay through the exhale. And then release back to center. Add cushion under your head if you like. Let's start Shavasana with cross legs, easy cross legs. Just feel that releasing across the fronts of the hips. Make sure you're on the back center of your skull. Leave your fingers and take your head off the floor, just lengthening your skull away from the spine. And settling it down. Let's change the cross of the legs to the other way. And let your upper body find Shavasana. So arrange your shoulder blades underneath you. Let your arms relax all the way out to the fingers. And then let the legs release out as well. Just one at a time, straighten out with a nice amount of space between the feet. If your low back is arched, press into your heels, lift up your hips a little bit, and then bring your hips down so that lengthens your low back. It's finishing the process of dropping in to our present moment, resting in the bliss of the practice. And let your eyes rest completely. The whole face going soft. Trying to release any gripping around your heart. The breath will naturally slow down. Just let it find its own path. You receive the benefits of the practice. You might swallow at some point to release your throat. And perhaps notice along the spine, along the chakras, just notice where your energy feels most active as you begin to draw your awareness back from a resting position. Visit your heart, your throat, your third eye, your belly, your root, your sacrum, or the very crown of your head. And let your hands come together, weave your fingers, press your palms up towards the sky, breathe in. And breathe out, reach your arms overhead, reach down through your feet, point your toes, flex your feet, draw your toes back, and relax your arms down. Let go of your finger weave and bring in your knees. Transition through side to seated. Folded legs or easy pose, whichever you would prefer today. And as you come up, just feel how the body, excuse me, is released, tension reduced in the mind and in the bones and muscles. The mind is spacious and aware. And let the back of your right hand rest in your left with your thumbs touching. The classical gesture of meditation, filling that empty space with gratitude. And let's take 3 more breaths here. Really try to breathe with your whole rib cage. Last one. Remembering that 3 breaths of quiet mindfulness is a meditation practice. Let your hands find each other. Let them find your heart. Lifting up your head. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. So we all bow into our own hearts. Some humility and gratefulness. And also to each other. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Hope you have a wonderful day. It's going to be warm and sunny, pranic.